Welcome to Algebra 2 Radicals and Rational Exponents 3.1 to 3.6, which is Unit 3 review. I will cover number 1 through 12 on this video. Number 1, it says, find all the real roots of each problem, okay? On number 1, if you notice, this is a square root. If it's not written, it's understood to be a square. So I'm going to rewrite this as a square root of 49 over a square root of 100. And the reason it is 100 is this is 2 decimal places. If it's 3, it would have been 1,000. Now, you can use this sheet to help you, or you should know your square root. Square root of 49 is 7. A square root of 100 is 10. It is actually plus or minus. Okay? So your answer is plus or minus 7 over 10. Number 2. You have a cube root of 0.125. I will rewrite it to where I will get rid of the decimal. Now you can write it together like that, or just like number 1, separate them. This is the same thing as 125 over 3 decimal places to the right, so that gives me 30, makes it 1,000. Okay. Use your paper. What's a cube root of 125? Cube root of 125 is 5. A cube root of 1,000, see how these are all my cube root? Cube root of 1,000 is 10. So here is 5 over 10, which simplifies to be 1/2. Your root is an odd, it's a positive number, so this one stays positive. Number 3. Now we're looking for 4 of a kind. I will rewrite this as 1, so it is 16 over 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. That gives me 4 zeros. Okay, so we are looking for the 4th root. 4th root, right here, 4th root of 16 is 2, and a 4th root of 10,000 is 10. So this is the same thing as 2 over 10, even, so it's plus or minus. So it comes out to be plus or minus 1/5. Okay. Number 4. I'm looking for the 4th root. 4th root of 6561. 4th root of 6561 is right here, which is 9. 4th root of 625 is 5. 5 over 9. And this will be a plus or a minus, because it's an even root. Okay? So plus or minus 9 over 5. Number 5 through 8, it says, simplify each radical expression, okay? So, if you look at this, 72 is not a perfect square, and I know it's a perfect square because there's nothing written, so that is a square root of 2. So I need to factor down using my tree. Factors of 72, 9 and 8. Factors of 9, 3 and 3. Factors of 8, 2 and 4. Factors of 4, 2 and 2. Okay. You are looking for 2 of a kind. I got 2 of a kind right there, and I have 2 of a kind right there, with a 2 left over. So go ahead and draw your radical sign. Leave some space in the front for your coefficient. 3 times 2 is 6, okay, with a 2 left over. Look at your x. I got a pair, comes out. I have 5 y's. I have 2 pairs, with 1 staying home. I got a pair of z's, with 1 staying home. So there's your answer. 6x squared z square root of 2yz. Okay? Let me put that there so it looks like a z. Number 6. Okay. Take a look. Cube root of 32. See how there's a cube root? There's no 32. Since there's not, you need to do your tree. Factors of 32 is 4 and 8. Factors of 4 is 2 and 2. Factors of 8 is 2 and 4. 2 and 2. Your roots of 3, so you're looking for 3 of a kind, and there's 3 of them right there. Draw your radical sign, put your root there, because if you don't, it's considered to be a 2. 2 of a kind, with 2 left over, 2 times 2 is 4, okay? I got 12 x's, 3 of a kind. If there's 3 of that, that means I have 4 groups. And if you need to write it all out, please do so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just like that. All right, your y, there's not 3 of a kind, so it stays home. Your z, 9 divided by 3 leaves you 3 with none left over. And so there's your final answer for number 6. Number 7, same thing, okay? 4th root of 324. Let's take a look. 4th root of 324. Nope, not on there. So you got to do your factoring tree, okay? So here's your factoring tree. Factors of 324. Now, if you don't know what that is, notice it's an even number. Start dividing by 4. What is that? 4 and 81. That number is now more manageable for you, okay? Factors of 4, 2 and 2. Factors of 81, 9 and 9. 3 and 3, 3 and 3, okay? Just like that. Notice you have, I'm looking for 4 of a kind. See how that's a 4? Your root's a 4. There's my 4 of a kind. Draw your radical sign, put a 4th root there. Group of 3 comes out. Groups of 2 stays home. 2 times 2 is 4. How many x's do you have? I'm looking for 4 of a kind. 13 divided by 4 leaves you 3 with 1 left over. Your y, 6 divided by 4 leaves you 1 group with 2 left over. Your z, 18 divided by 4 is 4 with 2 left over. And there you have your solution. Okay. Number 8. Now we are looking for 6 of a kind. All right. Factors of 1,458. You don't know. Start breaking it down. Okay. So you have 1,458 divided by 4. And that comes out, whoop, you see how you have a decimal? So that's not it. 1,458 divided by 2, which is 2 and 7, 29. Now before you start, look at this paper first and see if you see that number at all. See how there's not a number? It would be right here. Okay? So that's not right. All right. Factors of 729 is, 3 and 243. Factors of 243. 3 and 81. Notice I'm underlining all my leaves. Okay, let me move this problem over. Factors of 81, 9 and 9, 3 and 3, 3 and 3. And I am looking for 6 of a kind. Okay? Draw your radical sign, put the root right there. You have to have that root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So groups of 3 goes out to play, 2 stays home. W, okay? 40 divided by 6. That gives you 6. So W to the 6. 6 times 6 is 36. From 40, that leaves you 4 behind. That's your remainder. Next, 18 divided by 6 leaves you 3. Okay? Your Y, 11 divided by 6 gives you 1y with 5 left over. I'm running out of room, so I'll make sure I write it down here instead. Your z, 27 divided by 6 is 4. 6 times 4 is 24. From that leaves you 3. Okay, so let me write it, make it better. W to the 6th, x to the 3rd, y, z to the 4th, 6 root, okay, of 2, w to the 4th, y to the 5, and z to the 3. And there you have your answer. All right. Number 9. Okay. Now you're going to multiply and simplify. Excuse me, I have to get a new pen. Okay, take a look. Notice your roots are the same. If your roots are the same, you can just multiply your coefficient. Outside stays outside. 6 times 2 is 12. By the way, there's more than one way to work this problem, okay? Draw your radical sign. 4 times 9 is 36. Add your x together, the exponent, and y squared. Now simplify. Factors of 36 is 6 and 6. 6 comes out to play, okay? 4, just like you did earlier, and there's your y. So 6 times 12 is 72. Couple pairs of x comes out to play, y comes out to play, and there is nothing left. So there's your solution for that one, okay? There is another way you can work this problem. Also, here's another way you can work this problem. So let me show you. Here's another way. For example, instead of doing it like that, you could take a square root of 4. So you have 6. Square root of 4 would give you 2. X comes out also. So 2x. Okay? Notice there's nothing left. Times 2. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of y squared is y. Notice nothing left underneath the radical. Then you got 2 times 6 is 12x. 3 times 2 is 6, xy. 12 times 6 is 72, a couple pairs of x, and a y. Notice how you get the same answer? You can go ahead and take a square root first because they're perfect squares, or you could multiply them and get that solution. Either one is going to be a correct answer. Okay. Number 10. All right. Now this one's going to be a little harder because 20 is not a perfect cube, nor is 500. So you're going to have to actually do the work on this one. Okay. All right. Both are cube root, so you can multiply. There's an understood 1 here. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Let's put it all under one radical. 20 times 500. I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay? Instead of actually multiplying. Your x's, how many do you have? 13. Your y, how many do you have? 26. Your z, how many do you have? 12. Okay? Start doing your tree. 3 of a kind. Factors of 20, 2 and 10. Factors of 500, 5 and 10. I'm looking for 3 of a kind. Not yet. Factors of 10, 2 and 5. Factors of 10, 2 and 5. You guys see 2 of a kind? Draw your cube root. I see 5s. 1, 2, 3. 5 comes out. 1, 2, 3. 2 comes out. Okay? Now, there's a negative 2 also, so don't forget that. And I'm going to put it in parentheses so I'll remember to multiply. So 5 came out, 2 came out, and you have a negative 2 here. X. 13 divided by 3 gives you 4 with 1 left over. Your y, 26 divided by 3 gives you 8 with 2 left over. Your z, 12 divided by 3 leaves you 4, okay, with none left over. So here's your final answer. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 times 2 is negative 20. X to the 4th, y to the 8th, z to the 4, a cube root of x, y squared. There's your solution. Okay, let me rewrite this one better. I was running out of pen there. All right. Number 11, you are going to simplify. You're going to divide, simplify, and you rationalize, because you can't have a radical in the denominator. So to get rid of the radical, you're going to rationalize. That means you're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by both the denominator. Square root of 18 times square root of 10 is square root of 180. Square root of 10 times square root of 10 is square root of 100. Square root of 100 is always just 10. Okay? Now you need to go and make it even smaller. So factors of 180. 90, how about 9 and 20? Factors of 9, 3 and 3. Factors of 20, 2 and 10. Factors of 10, 2 and 5. 2 of a kind, 2 of a kind, with 5 left over. Okay? So 2 times 3 is 6, square root of 5 over 10. You're taking care of your radical. Now just look at 6 and 10. Anything goes into that? Absolutely, 2. So that gives you 3. This gives you 5. So your final answer is 3 square roots of 5 over 5. Okay? Number 12. I'm actually going to rewrite this before. I'm not going to do it like number 11. This one I'm actually going to combine them together, because you can do it like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and combine them together. So you have 12 x to the 5th, y to the 9, z squared, all of that over 18 x squared, y to the 5, z to the 4. All right? Let's go back and remember a few things. Remember how you are dividing, you're going to subtract the exponents. Okay, let's simplify 12 over 18. That comes out to be 2 over 3. Divide by 6 for each. X, same base. 5 minus 2 leaves 3 at the top. Your y, same base. Y to the 4. Subtract. Your z stays down here. Okay? Notice you have a radical in your denominator, so you have to rationalize it. So you'll have 2x cubed y to the 4th divided by square root of 3z squared. So multiply both the top and the bottom, the numerator and denominator, by 3z squared, so that way you can rationalize. Let's continue with the math. 2 times 3 is 6. X to the 3rd, y to the 4th, z squared. Okay? A number times itself, a radical times itself. The radical sign goes away. All right? Continue on. Okay. See if you can factor anything out. Can't factor out a 6, but look at my x. Take out an x. Square root. You got one left. Y squared. Z. All of that over 3z squared. Oops, my apologies. Now take a look. You guys see how this is done? Your radical's done. Take a look at everything else. Do you see how you still have a z here? Okay? And because you still have a z, you got to take care of that. Anything that cancels, well, yeah, these are like bases, so you need to subtract. So your final answer is xy squared, z cancel, or take one away, over 6x divided by 3 over z. Your variables are listed once outside. Your numbers can't go any smaller. That's your solution for number 12. Thank you for watching.